and welcome to our tutorial for today. I'm going to show you how to use our new product at our online store, newtonspaints.co.nz, metallic waxes. They're by Prima, and I'm going to demo 4 of them today, and this is the sort of effects that you can get with these waxes. This is just a plaster moulding that I made, and then I glued on an Efex decal, which is this fleur-de-lis here, and then I painted it over with the chalk paint, and I've got a few more that I'm going to be doing, so I'm going to try all the different coloured waxes onto these plaster moulds. I'll also show you how to apply the Efex mouldings. These are the waxes that I'm going to be demonstrating today. They are Prima waxes from the Art Alchemy range. Beautiful metallic beeswax based paste which will turn your artwork into a real treasure while adding amazing rich metal-like finish to most surfaces and elements. So that was vintage gold. The next one here is our old silver. This one here is our rich rose gold. It's a lovely colour. Quite a pinky sort of gold. And our last one is the beautiful opal magic. It's a marvellous beeswax based paste offering you 2 great effects in one product. It has a special opaque yet permanent finish, and it will give you colour-filled shiny results on dark surfaces and delicate pearled iridescent effects on lighter backgrounds. So I'm going to be doing this on a light colour and a dark colour just to show you how it works out. So this colour is called Vintage Silk. It's a beautiful kind of cream, but it does change according to the colour that you actually apply it to. I thought I'd show you how to apply the Efex mouldings onto these little plaster moulds that I've made. All you do is just glue onto the underside of the moulding and also glue onto the position you are placing the moulding onto. To speed things up, I used the hairdryer, and that just made the glue dry a bit quicker. When the glue's tacky, you then attach it to the surface, push it down and wait for it to dry. Once the glue was dry on the mouldings, I painted over them with our chalk paint, Newton's chalk paint. This colour is Midnight Navy, so just on all over. This one we did in linen, a lovely linen colour. And the little one is going to be done in white, beautiful pure white. So just dabbing it in, making sure I get it into all the crevices. Then I just have to let it dry. This is a black one, which is going to be beautiful with the gold waxes on it. Black and gold, they go so lovely together. So now we just got to wait for them to dry. I'm going to speed up the process using the hairdryer. And as soon as they're dry, I'll show you how to apply the waxes. I have actually put a coat of clear wax over this little floral one. After about 2 to 3 minutes, just buff it off lightly. This is going to be to stop the dark wax staining the colour. The wax I'm going to use on this is our patina wax. It's a lovely dark brown wax. I'm just going to dab it on with a brush all over the whole surface of the little Efex flower. So as you can see, it's kind of stained it up, but while it's still wet, before it's dry, buff it off, and you'll find that then the paint just goes into the furrows and gives it a bit of an antique aged look to the finish. So yeah, I've just put a bit more on and I'm buffing that off. I just didn't have quite enough, or I buffed too much off the first time. So it's quite easy to use and you can control it while it is still wet. So really just all it does is just makes the flowers, gives it a bit of an antique look to the white finish and makes the flowers pop out. So that's ready to apply the waxes now. The first wax that I'm going to apply is the Vintage Gold. It's a beautiful, deep, rich gold. I'm going to apply it to our black chalk painted Efex decor. So you just dip it in with your fingers and then apply it with your fingers. So just lightly touch it on onto all the raised parts and you'll see how easy it is to get these beautiful effects. So just dipping it in and rubbing it over the raised parts, rubbing it into the cracks and burrows. It's really giving it a lovely appearance. You can add other colours if you like, but for this demo I'm just doing the Vintage Gold so you can see what it looks like on the black. That's the gold done. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? The next colour we are going to be using is the Vintage Silk, which comes in the Opal Magic range from Prima. This is a beautiful colour. First of all, I'm going to try it on a light surface. I previously dark waxed this little Efex decor, and now I'm going to see how it operates on the light colours. It's very subtle. You can just see a bit of opal sort of shine on it, but it is quite lovely. See how you can see it when it catches the light there? So just touching up on the tips and creating a bit of shine and glamour to these roses. And next, while I've got my finger in the Vintage Silk, we'll try and see how it performs on a dark colour. You'll notice that the effects of it really do come out. It's a beautiful kind of opal, shiny colour that even changes colours. You know, it's got different kind of hues in it, and it's just beautiful. So it's magic, really. On the light colours, it's very subtle. On the dark colours, it just really comes into its own. So this was being applied over our Midnight Navy, which is a very, very deep blue. So you can just touch it up wherever you like. So it was one coat of chalk paint, and then we applied this Vintage Silk straight onto it. I think that looks beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So on to the next colour, which we are going to do with rose gold. This beautiful little shell here is going to be transformed with a bit of rose gold. It's a beautiful pink gold. So dip my finger in and just touching it lightly on the raised spots, just rubbing it on. No real science to it, just kind of where you think it should go. If you do put too much on, you can always rub it back while it's still wet. It takes, I don't know, probably about a good half an hour to dry. But it is such a beautiful way to get amazing effects. So you'll be able to use this on your chalk paint projects. You can use it to put on your knobs, put it on the edges, make metallic effects on your home craft projects. Just doing a little touch up on this one, just putting a bit more colour into it. So while I had my fingers in the rose gold this time. So it's just about right though. Yeah, I think that's good to go. It's got a lovely little shine. Transformed it. You would know it was a piece of plaster with a rubber moulding glued onto it and then chalk painted and metallic affected, if that's a word. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Just remember that any of these techniques can be applied to your chalk painting projects as well. So if you're painting furniture and it's embellished, you can just add these waxes, just completely take it to the next level. Please get in touch with us at newtonspaints.co.nz for any further information, and have a lovely day.